burst out of the stalls. Not sure he got a flyer. Taken back was Cicero's Gift as Zeus Olympios races in second. In third is Dancing Gemini. Never So Brave, who was one of the slower ones away, is quite keen. In fourth place, then Field of Gold and Cicero's Gift, who jumped well but was taken right back. So Opera Ballo it is who's going to provide the pace, and is doing so at a reasonable lick here. 2 lengths back to Zeus Olympios, who races in second. Dancing Gemini in third. And then in fourth place, Never So Brave, who's lit up and gave Dancing Gemini a bump. In fifth place is Field of Gold as they continue to trap on, and still in third, Never So Brave racing very fiercely indeed. Then Cicero's Gift. So it's William Buick dictating on Opera Ballo by just over a length. Zeus Olympios is going to get a nice trail in second. In third is Never So Brave with Dancing Gemini. Then Field of Gold has got a good pace to run at, and Cicero's Gift is last of all. They're making the turn. Opera Ballo trying to get a breather in, but they're past halfway. Zeus Olympios is poised to have first crack. Then Dancing Gemini towards the inside. Never So Brave. Field of Gold the grey in fifth, and then Cicero's Gift. 3 furlongs to go in the Bet365 mile. Opera Ballo with on the outside Zeus Olympios. Then in third, Dancing Gemini. Never So Brave on the inside. Field of Gold just changed the legs there on the outside, being gathered for an effort, but Opera Ballo not stopping on the front end. Zeus Olympios in second place. The 2 not coming back at the moment. Field of Gold is now asked to stretch and come after the leader, and does pick up. Opera Ballo's got first run down the outside. Field of Gold and Zeus Olympios. Opera Ballo, however, has 3 lengths in hand, and Field of Gold is not going to get back. The Godolphin horse, Opera Ballo, makes all in the Bet365 mile. For William Buick and Charlie Appleby, Field of Gold, Zeus Olympios, Cicero's Gift, 2 keen, Never So Brave. Winner last year, last this, Dancing Gemini. First 2 Godolphin horses had run like a bag of spuds, but this one, Opera Ballo, has stretched away. At times he looked raw last season. He went over to Dubai and he won the Jebel Hatter there. That was much more the finished article. He stretched out well. Field of Gold and Zeus Olympios had every chance to get by, particularly Zeus Olympios, who was close enough to the winner, but Opera Ballo puts it all together, and this son of Gaiath wins for William Buick. Charlie Appleby in the Godolphin blue. How their afternoons just turned round.
That was some performance, giving Field of Gold £5. Remember, as we talked about before, Will Buick wins this race for a second time. He won it 10 years ago on Tour Moor. Charlie Appleby for a first time. Buick from the front. It was him who got the lead from the start.
Yeah, and when we will get an opportunity to look back, he literally pinged down the B of the bank. Just watch his nose, out and gone. He's taken a length and a half out of the field. It was super quick. Literally, he must have been loading through the gates as they opened.
That was a great view, wasn't it, of him bursting out of them stalls, and I think William didn't really have any choice anyway, did he, from that moment, because his mind was kind of made up. But this horse has got a serious engine, Jason, when he uses it rightly, when he doesn't race, when he's fighting against the jockey and his nose is in the air. He's got bags of ability, this horse, and you know, I know William kind of got, well, set his own kind of fractions, but I still think this horse has got loads of ability.
When he won last time in Meydan, Charlie said, we always knew he was a good horse, a Group 1 horse, and it was just about channeling him, Matt. He was brilliant there.
He really was. Slice of genius from the saddle. 41 years ago, Sheikh Mohammed won the very first running of this race with the brilliant Pebbles. Now William Buick wins on Opera Ballo, and a slice of genius, Will. That start, have you ever come out of a mile race as quick as that?
He's done that before, but when we've done it before, when he's jumped like that from the gates before, we've been working to get him back and get a bit of cover. But today, you know, the plan was always to let him roll. There wasn't any obvious speed in the race, and you know, he responded very well to it. He won well, and I liked the way he was in front. He took to it very well, went through the gaze nicely, and look, he's a horse we've always had in high regard, and we've never kept it a secret. So you know, he's got a big season ahead, and I think he's proven there that, you know, he's ready to dine at the top table.
It was a real piece of genius from you. This is something you thought about, lack of pace in the race, and you clearly thought, hold on, well, let's take these lads from the front.
Yeah, me and Charlie spoke yesterday, and we both thought it was fairly obvious, really, to be honest with you. So whether it was genius or not, I don't know, but it was obvious, and he's the right horse to do it with.
He's in the Lockinge. Does that seem like the obvious next step for him?
He's in a few places. He's in Dispahan in France as well, so see what Charlie and Sheikh Mohammed decide, and then, you know, wherever he goes, he's going to be very competitive.
And he's always been a really exciting horse. I mean, this might be the year he puts everything together.
Yes, exactly. You know, we've always... He's just been a late maturer mentally, and, you know, I think it's been a confidence thing, so he's definitely getting better. And look, he had a good season in Dubai, come back here, you know, beat a super competitive Group 2.
Do you want an on-the-spot question? Who do you ride in the 2,000 guineas?
Oh, that's very on the spot. We're going to work one in tomorrow to get through first.
Okay, I asked it, and I got batted back.